Law and Ruth Murifi. They are unable to attend due to work commitments. They are now on other assignments. Any other, these ones are the ones that I have noted. And also, I'm not sure if Gogo Angel Mtuti, she's not well, so she may not be able to join us. We'll see if she'll be able to do it as time goes on. And yeah, those are the ones that we. Any other apology, members? Can I see a hand if there's an apology? Mr. Maubani, any apology from your side that we should note?
That's fine, Madam Chair, nothing.
Okay. I see members are not raising hands. It means we do not have further apologies. Here I have noted around 7 apologies. I've got 7 apologies. And that then concludes our, in terms of attendance, can we take an attendance register to see who is here? I see the names, but some of the people I do not even know. And can we get the names of the people that are here? Myself, Putimutabo, the chairperson. Moses, can you be next?
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Moses Murerwa. I'm the region secretary.
Thank you, Moses. Next. I'm taking roll call, by the way.
My name is Piladin again, executive member.
Thank you, Piladin. Another one? I see we've got Dineo Mohobi. Dineo?
Yes, Dineo is present.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself?
Dineo Mohobi from Rosebank College.
Thank you, Dineo. I see Mr. Mati. Mr. Mati?
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon. My name is Putimati from Polokwane Municipality. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mati.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful system.
Yes. And I think these are the people that I had seen is the president of PRISA, Marine Reneke. Can you greet the members, Marine?
Thank you, Puti. It's really an honor to see all these wonderful members in our Limpopo province this afternoon on a Friday afternoon. Isn't technology beautiful that we can actually still meet, even if none of us can travel anywhere or can afford to travel anywhere due to funds and time and all of the other things. So welcome everyone. It is wonderful to have all of you this afternoon joining Puti and her team to give us an update of your activities this year. Now, I had the honor to have a discussion with Puti recently, and I really had the sense of the effort that all of you have been really working hard to get things going for the members in Limpopo area. You also had, and I acknowledge our past president, our immediate past president, Mr. Marisela. Thank you for joining us this afternoon as well, even if you don't have a soccer shirt on you. And that's ladies and gentlemen, I just have 4 ideas that I would like to share with you. At the, almost as an introduction into this, people are calling the new normal, which nobody can tell me is what this new normal is. But this changed reality that we have, and I'm the first one to believe that we are absolutely in a prime position as public relations professionals to really create more meaningful. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had lost you.
Have you lost me? So what part?
Yeah, you are here now.
Shall I switch off the video just to try and quality?
Yeah, maybe do that.
Okay, it's off. Can you hear
Yeah.
me better now?
Yes, yes, you're better.
Lovely. As I was saying, I would like to believe that we are well positioned as public relations professionals to really assist people, and by people I mean not only our members, but also ordinary South Africans and Southern Africans, to create meaning and or understand all of these uncertainties that we have to deal with. There's a lot of chaos. I think many of us have experienced that firsthand in just trying to know, are we up or down with COVID? Are we going back to work? Are we going back to school? Whose information is now the most prominent? So there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of, unplanned and inexperienced events happening around us, which creates the opportunity for us as public relations professionals to help society and in the end help ourselves to become the professionals that we would like to be. That really, in my opinion, calls for a different type of approach. We cannot just look at the context that we are finding ourselves in, either as an organization or somebody representing an organization, a municipality, a non-profit, whatever the case might be. We cannot look at it as an individual, one-sided event or experience or influences. We need to look at it as a complex, interconnected network so that we can understand how society thinks about issues, about things. And whatever those issues are the things that we need to put onto the agenda, whoever needs to manage that agenda. So we can't follow our old definitions that says we manage communication and relationships on behalf of organizations. And I know our Theo from Rosebank College would fail me on that definition, but I'm sure you understand what I mean when I say we cannot think of our profession in the old paradigm or the old mindset. We have to change our minds around what it is that we are responsible for and what we need to do. Now, I'm sure you will agree with me that if we need to change our minds, it requires a different way of thinking. And how much more all the things that we're hearing about in terms of being disruptive, innovative, and think in transformative manner, how we can deal with communication and deal with society as a whole. Now, this morning I had a very productive meeting with our colleagues in UK, with Professor Gregory specifically, and shared with me some of their experiences as communicators, and then from CIPR's point of view, the Chartered Institute of Public Relations. And the things that they are sitting with is not very different from what we have. A disjunction between, or a mismatch between what the government communication does and achieves and sometimes misses, and what the communities are actually doing and also missing and not doing. So the general feeling is that we need to address the gaps that exist and cannot wait any longer. It calls for a willingness to rethink and explore new ways that we can really contribute to become more stakeholder-centered and not organizational-centered. So I want us to really consider moving away from I'm only protecting the reputation of an organization, I'm only protecting the reputation of an individual, to what is the common good that we as public relations professionals need to achieve. And that then comes down to how do we have, and what is the changed role of our professional body? How do we prepare? How do we support? How do we supply or provide our members with value to actually achieve all of this? And remember, in my opinion, you are the most important link for us as professional body. Without the regions, there's no local representation of our members. And that's why we need to strengthen your as regional team to actually know what's happening in the region, know what your members and our members need, so that we can address that. And that people really feel that they are contributing to a bigger network of support, of further development, etc. And therefore, we need your help as local community. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and all the best for the meeting, and also with all your suggestions and ideas for the future. We are looking forward to getting inspired and some information from you as to how you foresee us as PRISA serving you as members. Thank you very much, and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Madam President, for your message, also your word of encouragement. And I know you stole our item for, as you were introducing yourself, you went straight into issues that you wanted to raise. And she has already given an apology. She requested that she be released before we could end the meeting. So I just take it that you took the opportunity so that you are able to leave the meeting as early as you have indicated that we need to excuse you. Thank you so much for that, and it's really food for thought. And it's something as I call to be part of taking PRISA forward, because it's not PRISA without us, and we are not without PRISA. So we all have to work together. Can I move to item number 3, which is the quorum? And Louis, are you able to assist us on this one as to how many should we be to form a quorum?
We should be 11.
We should be 11. I've got apologies.
Yeah, the apologies don't count. The apologies don't count as part of the quorum. It's just people actually online here.
Okay, and I see when I count the people that are online, we have lost some. We have lost Moses. We have lost Moses. And yeah, I think we have lost Moses. and we do not form 11. We are not 11 in number. When I look at the
No.
numbers here, we are not 11. Can you guide us as to what is it that has to happen in this case?
We can continue with the meeting. We just can't vote on anything.
Okay. No, thank you so much for that particular guidance. Can we move to item number 4, which is notice of the meeting? Louis?
It's supposed to confirm that notice was given timeously. In this case, it wasn't. So our apologies. The link was sent out at very short notice.
Okay. What is the normal notice period? Maybe just
It's usually 21.
21 days. Louis?
Yes.
I lost you there. You said it's usually how many days?
21 days.
Oh, 21 days. And in this case, it was not within that time frame. Okay.
No.
Can we move to item number 5? Mr. Morero? We have lost Mr. Morero with minutes of the. I will go. Mr. Victor? Hello, Victor?
Yes, Madam. Yes, Madam Chair. I can hear you.
I see we have lost our secretary for minutes of the previous AGM. Can I go through the minutes for members' information?
Well, if the local members have received the meetings well in advance and they've gone through them, perhaps they can just confirm if they are a true reflection. Then one can propose and the other one can second, and then we go on. We carry on.
Members, I know when the invitation was forwarded, we also sent the minutes to. Can we get some guidance of whether you were able to go through the minutes? Mr. Malisela? Mr. Nageng? Hello?
Hello, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yes, I was able to go through the minutes, and I think they reflect what was discussed in the at ECIS Hans van Rensburg.
Can we move? I move for confirmation of the minutes of the previous AGM in that regard. Any seconder?
Yes, I second.
Kimangi Piladi?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Piladi. Matters arising from the minutes? I don't see any hand. Can we move to the chairperson's report?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, members. I would like to take you through the report for the chairperson. And I'm not going to take much of your time. As we meet today here amidst the the pandemic that is now forcing us to move with speed to the I4IR, which when we met in the previous year, it was something that we were just talking about, but now it's no longer what we are talking about. We are living the 4IR. We did not know that 2020 will find ourselves in a predicament that propel us to have 4IR in every corner of our being. COVID-19 caught us still trying to find our feet. It forced us to run barefooted, and I believe as this race continues, we will be able to approach the finish line with bearable bruises. The circumstances exposed many challenges this profession faces, at the same time presenting an opportunity to review, reskill, refocus, and rework on advancing the agenda on the importance of communications during crisis. Many institutions realized how critical communication is within an institution and appreciated its strategic role in its entirety. This has been evident that communications is a tactical tool for development, and that cannot be disputed. Colleagues, in 2019, as a new committee, we committed to working as a collective, sharing ideas and responsibilities, and driving ourselves in routes which have never been traveled before. It was not a plain sailing. At the same time, we understood nothing was impossible. As part of our first assignment in 2019, we successfully hosted the first ever Women's Month celebration. We celebrated women in PR and communications, with our guest speaker being the first female president of PRISA, Mekate Bapela, and the keynote address presented by the Deputy Minister of Communications, Pinky Kekana. We presented the following women with honorary certificates: award of recognition for their role in the PR and communications, Metembing Kadimeng, in recognition of her influential role played in leadership as the president of SALGA and also the executive mayor of Polokwane, Professor Sheila Musi, in recognition of the influential and leadership role she played in transforming the media and communications academic landscape, Me Esther Moloto, in recognition of the influential and leadership role she played in transforming the broadcasting media landscape, especially within the South African Broadcasting Corporation. Mepum Tabisile Pumo, in recognition of influential and leadership role she played in transforming the PR and communication landscape within the private sector. She's the spokesperson of Sibanye and also the deputy chairperson of Women in Mining. Mayor Landenel, in recognition of the influential and leadership role she played in transforming the print media landscape. And I must extend our deepest appreciation to our sponsors who, when we knocked at their doors, they opened it wide in such short notice. It's BM Digital, Khadi and Khadi Events, Siwela Wines, Excel Entertainment, Information Giants, Magoja Communications, Rich Media, Hilary N, Uhuru Lifestyle Emporium. They were all there when we needed them, and we continue to appreciate their support throughout. Since we were elected, we have had the following activities. Rosebank College Open Day, which was held in August 2019. We're introducing students to PRISA. Our EXCO member, Rachel Matabata, was the one responsible for that task. We had the Women in PR celebration, celebrating women in PR and communications. Our chairperson there was leading that task. We had an interview on Tabela FM about our PRISA Women in PR celebration. We had our chairperson honoring that interview. We participated, we were part of the new MTN business launch, responding to an invitation received from Limpopo Business Association. Our secretary, Mr. Morero, attended the session, the launch. We had an interview in September on Energy FM. The topic was events management in the province. We had our executive committee member, Gogo Angel Mtloti, attending to that particular interview. We attended Tulamela Local Government Communicators Forum in October. The topic was event safety and security. It was in partnership with South African Police Service. We had Captain Ramekwani attending and also Meputi Motabo being part of the session. University of Limpopo Communication Club Seminar, Media and Communication student. We attended that, introducing PRISA to students. Mr. Moses Morero, our secretary, represented PRISA. We attended the PRISA National Conference in 2019. Meputi Motabo was there with other members, and her role was introduction of presenters. We had Makado Local Government Communicators Forum. The topic we had to cover was the importance of professional membership and PRISA annual training program. The chairperson was responsible for that task. We had the Capricorn District Communicators Forum in November 2019. Presentation of PRISA annual training programs. Meputi Motabo was responsible for that program. Again, Tulamela Local Government Communicators Forum, we were invited. The topic was focusing on gender-based violence dialogue, focusing on dissemination of government messages. Chairperson was responsible for that task. In 2020, March, we celebrated International Women's Day Dialogue with topic An Equal World is an Enabled World, hashtag IWD 2020, hashtag Each for Equal. That was a partnership with Business Women Association of Southern Africa, BWASA, and Commission for Gender Equality, CGE. The chairperson was there to represent PRISA. The above activities were held in partnership with various stakeholders. We commenced the year 2020 with an International Women's Day dialogue held in partnership with BWASA, Limpopo region, and Commission for Gender Equality. The session was a perfect opportunity for networking and expanding our footprint in other professions. This year, we did not have any training programs in the region. The planned programs could not reach a minimum number of delegates. As such, they were cancelled. I should, however, mention that despite not having these programs taking place within the region, in numbers, PRISA indication that as we do presentation at various institutions, we impart valuable information on the importance of continuous trainings and skills development. We have now more frontliners attending our trainings, and also some have even become members of PRISA. We must extend our appreciation to the National Office for the sterling support we enjoy as a region. I always tell people, if you leave your development in the hands of another person, you will always cry injustice. Belonging to a professional body is a necessity for those who envision beyond today. I thank you all for your unwavering support, and working together we can do more. And we have indeed done a lot in this difficult period. That was the report for our committee for 2019-2020, the first year in office. Any, Mr. Victor? Mr. Victor?
Yes, Madam Chair. All I can say is congratulate Limpopo Province. You have actually done more than what the national office managed to do as a region, and that deserves a round of applause. I wish we still had time and we had revived PRISA to such an extent that we still give the Region of the Year award. I think Limpopo is very much deserving of scooping that award, but leave that matter for another day. I would like to congratulate you in particular and with the team. I know you had a very good and dedicated team, and pity that they could not all be here today, but please do encourage the regional members to attend the national AGM on Tuesday so that we're able to acknowledge and thank them for the role that they've played. Well done, and we're very proud to have you as the leadership and to have the members in Limpopo in particular that are actively involved, that are committed, that are dedicated, and that continue to position the profession in your own space. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much, Mr. CEO. Any inputs or comments on the report? I will start with members of our committee. Piladi, anything?
Well, that is a great report. No, I acknowledge it. It's well put. And I'd like to add that we were also featured on media houses around Limpopo. We now know what we do here at PRISA. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dineo. Memo Hobby, anything from your side? Medineo? Mr. Past President?
Madam Chair.
Anything from your side?
Not much, Madam Chair, but just to say, keep it up. We should take this thing forward. Limpopo is the home of Matamela. It's the home of Master KG. Yeah, so we've been doing very well. Congratulations and all the best going forward.
Thank you so much. And Tatamati?
Madam Chair, nothing but to say well done on your work throughout the province with your committee, Madam Chair. Keep it up, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Matsi. Can I be allowed to continue with the agenda?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sbeko, can we see the agenda?
Yeah, I've got it up for you.
It has disappeared on me.
No, I took it off while you were just to assist with the bandwidth. Okay, it's up. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it. And I will forward the report so that it can be availed to members.
Okay.
And yeah, I think item of introduction of 2019-2020 committee. This one it's already done. It is that committee that is in place now, and we've got our period is 2 years. Next year it is lapsing. There should be an election of new committee members, and in that particular election, a member level. And Chair, Mr. Victor.
Yes, Madam. Yes, Madam Chair.
I want to squeeze you in on this item before we go to conclusion.
Yeah. For
you to share with us what you had prepared for the region.
Okay. Let me do this. It will be very brief, Madam Chair. I wouldn't really like to take too much of your time, but just to first congratulate you. You know what is the PRISA's broader vision and the mission, which I will share on Tuesday, It makes you want to be available on Tuesday for the national AGM. But just to first congratulate you once again for a job well done. I'm very proud of you, man. I think
Thank you.
Limpopo is fast becoming the home of PRISA National Office. Louise, maybe we must relocate to Limpopo.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yes, let's just move the office and everything and just get the national office in
Yes,
Polokwane. So very proud of
excellent idea. That
yeah,
enthusiasm is lovely.
amazing, amazing stuff. Just to remind everybody why we have regional structures. The first reason why we have the regional structures is to ensure that the communication is valued as communicators, and what we do is something that must be appreciated, and without us, then our organizations are unable to communicate. Ourselves as individuals are unable to communicate. But what is more important that you have done so well in Limpopo as a regional structure is that you are pushing to make PRISA the de facto accredited body that everybody who is practicing in public relations and communication management should see no any other association or organization best suited to serve their need other than PRISA. Okay. One of very interesting thing that we want to push the regions to consider is to deliver research that is based on thought leadership. When we look at the programs that you have run, the themes that you've carried, that's exactly what we're talking about. You pick up what are the thorny issues, what is trending. You pick on those. You arrange a workshop. You arrange a webinar, and you arrange events like you've done with Women's Day and this year and last year. So this is the type of thing that we want to see happening more in the regions. You know what are the thorny issues, what is trending in your region. Assist us, identify them, let's work around them. Then you also encourage and facilitate skills development. Yes, COVID-19 has disturbed us in terms of implementing the workshops that we wanted to. We also wanted to see if we can put these online so that people can be able to participate, but not everybody has got access to that space. And besides, we needed to review the content so that it's best suited to be run online on the online platform. Now, one area that you're doing very well, which I'll further encourage you to consider, is consultation with members. You are doing that, but we've got other suggestions that have come up that if we look at the regions, perhaps we should consider changing, instead of calling them regions, call them provinces. That will sit well. Once we've done that, we say we call them provinces, then we know within a province there are districts. Then we look at where PRISA stronghold is and where the majority of the members are. Then we start mobilizing members in those areas. Like for instance, Polokwane is in a certain district. And then further beyond Polokwane, there's another district. That will be the district where the University of Venda, for example, is. Then there's another district, we start looking at those, we start creating the networks that Madam President was talking about earlier on. So consultation with members is the way to go, as well as strategic organizations and government communication as well. Another important thing that we need to do now in this so-called new normal, which I call it something that it's work as unusual, is that we need to move into a space where we collaborate. Now, Limpopo province has actually done that very well. You have collaborated with a whole number of people, and you've also worked along with other organizations or other like-minded individuals, like the likes of Rachel Matabata. Please extend my appreciation to her for her energy. Peladi, extend appreciation to her. The gentleman that sponsored last year's AGM, please extend them our heartiest, warm appreciation of his role and how passionate he is about the profession. And these are the people that we need to assist as PRISA, push and promote and position favorably. Lastly, we need to celebrate with other organizations. As the population and communication management, let us shy away from closing ourselves and say we are only doing what is PRISA related. We've now opened ourselves to associations like the Association of Advertising Standards. We've opened ourselves to other associations. We want to reach out to the marketing as well. When those organizations are doing something, let's join them. Let's join hands. Let's celebrate with them, so that when we do a similar exercise or when we celebrate something, they're able to join us as well and be part of us. And by so doing, we are extending the network. Now, with the regional structures, ladies and gentlemen, they serve one main purpose, and that is to extend PRISA benefits. Now, beyond extending PRISA benefits, who are we doing it? So we're doing for members. Members need to know as to where they are, where their support base is, and the support is on the Population Institute. So if we have a region, a province like Limpopo, so members should know when they want something, they go directly to Madam Chair. And I've seen, Madam Chair, once again, congratulations to you. I've seen that you have now become a force to be reckoned with. You are now the most wanted. You are invited left, right, and center to give your opinion and your insights on the profession. So professional development features very large in our space. We need to step up in that area. Then comes the issue of progression, which we used to do back in the days with PRISA. We need to go back to that space where we say, let's pull professionals under one roof to say, what are you doing? What have you studied? And what is your experience? Okay, let's see, if you are a PRP or a CPRP, there are opportunities for you to grow. You need to do other CPD programs, or you need to take other studies. Ideally want to push you up to a CPRP if you are a PRP, eventually push you to an APR if you are a CPRP. So the progression program, we need to start pushing hard next year. And I know that with Limpopo, it will be very easy for us to do that. And your go-to girl or your go-to person in as far as APR program development and progression is Louise. So she will give you a lot more on that. With the online platform, we can even arrange one of your seminars or your sessions or your webinars where we get Louise to come and talk to you about APR and the process. Perhaps you can also invite the president in waiting and Mr. Sneyman, who does the marking of the scripts, so that we know exactly what is it that we need to do. And you also, members, know if you're a CPRP, what does that mean? Years of experience, your qualification, your CPD program, build up on that. Then let's come to committee members. The Limpopo committee has done extremely well. I'm very proud of you once again. All of you as a collective, as a team, you've been there and you've actually exposed PRISA to the members, and you've done that with pride. And the networks that you've built are amazing. Now, the fortunate thing with you that with the past president in Limpopo, you've also managed to build networks with very high profile people like ministers and MECs and so on. So these are the type of things that we need to consider in terms of growing the profession. Now, I'm going to touch on something very interesting. This has been in my heart when I was PRISA president back in the days. One of the themes that I was running with was claiming our space. Now the board has agreed that whoever is the president or the chairperson of a province, a provincial structure, this person has a seat, non-executive seat in the board. It's not, I don't have to all the time now be the one that give reports about the developments in the region. Madam Chair, you are the one that you will give your report to the board. Now, what that does immediately, it prepares you for succession. When you finish your term as the Limpopo provincial chairperson, you stand a chance if the members feel you are the right candidate to be nominated for vice president, so be it. Now, the PRISA presidency has got a succession. The succession is that you come in as a vice president, you serve 1 year, then you are then move over to become a president-elect for the year. Then you become the president for the year. After that, you become the past president for the year. Now, I've worked so hard to try and bring in another spin onto this whole thing, to say when you leave the PRISA presidency, after being the past president, like Mr. Maubani, you should not run far from us. Say, we want you right here. You should not run far from us. We want you right here, because my proposal, my request is that we then second you to go and serve at the APRA Council, which is the continental body. Serving at the APRA Council, they will give you whatever role that they want to give you, and you'll play that role. And given a chance for you to be nominated for APRA presidency, so be it. This is the only way through which we can grow our members. From the APRA Council, then we can second you to go and serve or sit in one of the structures of the Global Alliance overseas. So claiming our space, this is it. And as professional bodies and as professional leaders, this then fits into the last point, the leadership development. As a professional body, this becomes part of your value add, and for PRISA to say thank you for playing the role that you have played. I wouldn't really like to exhaust this, but these are the good news that I'm sharing with you as a provincial structure, and going forward, this is how we're going to roll. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sbeko, for sharing with us your vision of PRISA. And I see that you are really driving the seat, taking it forward. And we are very much happy. And thank you for the appreciation for the work that we are doing as a region. And that is really encouraging. It encourages us to do more, to look at more avenues. And I was very much happy when you said we need to look beyond what we do as PRISA, but also look at the collaboration with other associations. And that will assist us a lot as we are building a footprint within our profession and also extending it, all having a footprint in other places. Thank you so much for that. Before we move to the last part of our agenda, can I just get if there's anyone who wants to make an input or comment on the presentation by Mr. Sbeko? Any hand for an input? Mr. Sbeko?
Yes, Madam Chair.
I don't see any hand, but I will just say this. I think one of the things that we also need to do is to look at the issue of the student chapter. We have not done well in that part, and I'm happy that we've got Dineo Mokhobi from Rosebank College with us today as part of this session, because
We keep losing you, Madam Chair.
Because we established negotiations about having our student chapter launch there, and also how is it that we can work together, collaborate, and see how we can assist the student, because what's the use of having an organization that does not invest in nurturing the future leaders? Because when we leave this region, or when we leave, there should be people that are able to take the baton and move forward with it. And for things to move so smoothly is to look at the succession plan, and also encouraging those that are coming behind us to see the vision that we have, and even look beyond it, envision beyond what we see as our vision. Because those young minds, if they're not nurtured, then we end up in PR just having yet another profession that may be doomed to be replaced by computers. But we shouldn't allow ourselves to be there in that particular situation. We should nurture them also. So I think that is what I also wanted to mention, and also give as an input to the presentation of PRISA, just as a food of thought, and also look into it as to how best can we be able to do that. Moreover, how do we come into the issue of curriculums? Because there should be a part that we play as a professional body in curriculums for learners or for students at tertiary institutions. But I think that will be a discussion for another day. especially with the CETA programs. And I think we do have a seat at CETA with the SNOX. So that's something that we also need to strategically look into. And with those words, I want to thank you so much for the presentation, and move to the next item.
Okay. Before you move to the next item, with all due respect, Madam Chair, when it comes to Rosebank College, is it Rosebank College, right? Yeah.
Yes,
When it comes to the students, you do not have to worry that much and reinvent the wheel, because PRISA does endorse Rosebank College public relations training. We do have an agreement or a contract that we've signed with the deliverables in terms of what is it that we're going to do for the students. So we will send you that. We will engage you on that. We will deliver on those points that we have taken, and we've made an undertaking to do for the students. So that will be then PRISA living up to its promise with IIE to add value onto the students. The second point that you've raised on looking at curriculum, I like the sound of it, and the fact that you are now going to be in the board. We do have a research training, was it Louise? Training, research and development, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Training, research, training and research
And development.
and development committee. So that could be an area where you start getting insights, but the people that are more likely to be very active on that one are the people who are academics or who are lecturing. But nothing stops you from learning the ropes and understanding what is going on, or what are the developments when it comes to curriculum development. Yes, we still do have a relationship with PRISA, and the good news is that we've just had a conversation with I've just had a conversation with the CEO of CETA. There's new programs that they're rolling out, and they are prepared to take up students. So these programs can be run under the PRISA provincial structure. We will share that information with you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sbeko. And I think, is there anything that members want to get clarity on before we move to the next agenda item?
Not a clarity. This is Dineo Mukhobi.
Dineo, yes, Dineo.
Yes. Yeah, well, I'm glad that Mr. Sibeko mentioned the relationship that they have with PRISA has with IIE, and visit to find out what the relationship is and how we can be a part of, especially when it comes to the programs that you are running with the students, in particular I forgot the name of the program though. It has been long, but I'm glad that he mentioned it. I'm very, very happy about it, as well as the fact that there are communications going on and plans to roll out some programs with CETAs to assist students who are in PM. Students in PRISA, students in PR, so that they can gain experience or have knowledge of what takes place within the PR industry. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, Dineo. If I were to clarify it with you, we do have a contract with IIE, but unfortunately, IIE only agreed to register the third-year students only the third-year students. But we made an undertaking to say We have to catch students just when they start so that we inspire them. Last year, Mr. Maubane and myself visited the Polokwane campus, and we spoke to the students. So one of the things that we are prepared to do, or that we're doing for IIE students, one is the induction. The beginning of the year, we want to talk to students. We want to welcome them to the profession. We want to tell them what are the trends, what the profession is all about. We want to tell them about PRISA as a population institute, its role that it's playing, the importance of belonging to a professional body. Over and above that, we want to hold a student conference where we would pick up on a topical issue, and then we will then arrange a student conference, bring in speakers, and the IIE Polokwane students, for example, can attend that conference. The third one is to bring in the experts. Classic example, we can bring in Peladi, who specialize in a particular area as a seasoned practitioner, to come and talk to students about something practical that he does on the day-to-day basis as compared to what they do in theory. We can bring Madame Motapo to come and talk to students about stakeholder relationship management, because that's something that she does on a day-to-day basis. So we're exposing students to the real life scenarios, not just being pumped with theory. Over and above that, when the students are ready to move into a space where they need to do internships, through PRISA structure, we know which organizations, which practitioners are in the area. The students will then, through formal application, apply for internship or experiential learning, and then we can assist them in that regard. And then the list is long. All these are some of the deliverables. With IIE Polokwane, for an example, they've only paid for the third year students, and I know that the population students are only doing the second year this year. They will be doing the third year next year, which is what we're supposed to save. We're supposed to service them when they do the third year, but we are not going to do that. We will continue even now when they're doing the second year. We will next year. We will continue assisting them and rendering the services up until IIE thinks otherwise. But the main interest here is the student development, because we want to bring students, seasoned students, into the industry when they finish with their studies. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Victor, for that, for unpacking it. And I hope, I believe
thank you.
I believe you got it. And
Yes,
we will
yes,
engage.
I did. And thank you so much, Mr. Sibeko, for the insight.
Pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you. And without a waste of time, we are moving to the last item on our agenda. That is conclusion. I won't say networking, because we are not on one-on-one, but just a conclusion. As part of the conclusion, what we have done, we had a PRISA committee meeting, and one of the things as part of the plan for the last year or the last months of our committee term is that we start planning for the Women's Month celebration, the Women in PR celebration. We must start with it this year of 2020, so that
We lost you there, Madam Chair.
planning of networking sessions, although most of the networking sessions, they are going to be virtual, given the current situation, and until such time that we see we are able to can meet with the levels that are being announced of the lockdowns, then we will start with our one-on-one sessions for networking sessions. But we are not going to stop with the networking sessions. The third thing that we are going to do is having a membership profiling. We are introducing membership profiling as part of our our program. With membership profiling, what we want to do is for members to submit their CVs. In other cases, they can submit their their profiles, and then we will look into the profile and do either an audio profile or sort of a video clip profiling our members, the profession, what they do beyond studies, what are they involved in, things like that. So that is one of the projects that we are going to be embarking on, and we're encouraging our members to take the opportunity and make use of it and forward us their information so that we are able to know who are the members that we are starting with. And we have indicated that as part of the initial stages, we'll start with committee members, then move to other members as time goes on, so that we see how this particular program or project unfolds and if it's bearing any positive results. But our thinking is that we have a vision of it bearing positive results, taking our members, putting them out there for people to know that you don't just see Mr. Piladi Nakeng. There are a lot of things that Piladi Nakeng is involved in. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is how he can assist you when you are looking for help within certain areas of whatever that you are being involved in and the projects that you will be running. So this is how we want to unfold the whole program. And it will afford a lot of our members an opportunity to be out there and their work to be known as to what is it that they are doing. So that is part of the activities that we will be engaging on. And I think as part of just reporting to members, coming, giving them a report after our meeting and even this meeting, it will be to indicate where should they forward their CVs or profiles to, and then we engage with them further in that regard. So I wanted just to indicate that as part of the resolutions that we had taken in our meeting that we held last month. So, no, not last month, earlier this month, right there, somewhere there on the 1st of September. So that is it that we will be working on. And our student chapter, we are continuing with it. Medineo, just know, as I had called you, we are going to continue with it. It's not something that we are going to abandon. We are resuming with it. And yeah, I think that's about the things that we will be doing as a region. And I wanted also for members, if there's anything before I close, an input that they want to make to the region, maybe in terms of the topics for our networking sessions, and also any other thing that they want to make an input on, or that they want to give as an input for us to work better, smarter, and also to move forward at a greater pace. I'm just going to call everyone. Medineo. I see the network is failing here. And past President, Mr. Malisela.
Madam Chair, actually my hand was raised up earlier on.
Okay, yes.
But it's fine. As Mr. Sbeck was mentioned that PRISA is working with the IIE, just wanted to say, Medineo, as Dineo, we spoke about just sometimes, as Mr. Sbeck was mentioned, that we did visit Rosebank College, Polokwane, but we subsequently spoke that whenever time permits, I'll also be prepared to just to talk to students, but I'll await the invitation.
Okay, thank you for availing yourself.
Noted.
It's noted, and thank you for availing yourself, Mr. Malisela. Dineo, anything that you will want to add or make an input before we close?
Nothing right now. I'm just glad that everything that I anticipated would be mentioned has been mentioned, even the relationship between PRISA and IIE Rosebank College Polokwane has been mentioned. So I'm glad, I'm happy.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nageng?
I'm sorted. Thank you.
Mr. Mati? Any input?
None so far, ma'am. I'm okay. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mati. Mr. Sbeko, I want to close. Anything?
No, thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you so much. And yeah, well done to the committee. Proud of you guys.
Thank you so much. Louis, anything that you should inform us of?
Just if there's any way that we at head office can assist you, please let us know.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll definitely do that. In the absence of, I think I've touched everyone, and in the absence of any other thing, and I officially declare this meeting closed. And thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Sbeko and Louis and all members.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Sure, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Mr. Mati.
Cheers.
Bye.